Good morning, everyone. John from Popeyes Postcards. I'm back. And for those who didn't realize, no, there is no eBay resellers camp. I was on vacation for 12 wonderful days in Hawaii, thanks to eBay. That made that all possible. I will say that Hawaii is super duper expensive. And that's scary when you shut your store off for 10 or 11 days and have zero sales. You can see nothing. I had one little blip here where a person decided to pay after I shut everything down, and I ended up taking the card with me, and I sent it from Hawaii, and I let them know that it was going to be late because they didn't pay, and it was going to be shipping from Hawaii. But yes, I'm back, ready to get back into it. I did turn my store back on. I think it was my days are confusing. I'm still a little loopy from the time changes, but I turned it on, I think, the 26th while I was in the airport or still at the hotel. But sales slowly trickling in. So, got a lot to talk about in this video, a lot of interesting things. First, we'll do a what sold video. Since I just turned my store back on, not a whole bunch has sold, but I'm still experiencing that extra $200 glitch. Here are my orders awaiting shipment. You see 341, but in all reality, I only have 9 orders for 146. So I don't know still where that $200 is coming from. I don't have it. So I don't know where all that is. So we'll go ahead and get started with what postcards sold. So what day is today? Thursday? So these were Tuesday and Wednesday sales. First we had large letter greetings from New Jersey. This is Point Pleasant, New Jersey. I took a best offer of $12. Paid probably $3 for this card. There's the back. And same person bought this large letter greetings from Belmar, New Jersey for $12. I had these up for about $15 each, so $12 is reasonable. Same thing, paid about $3 for this card. And there's the back. Next, this is advertising postcard, round oak stove, watching invader, doe wah jack Indian. So advertising card for, I believe it's a potbelly stove. And that sold for $15.99. Next, Paramus, New Jersey, Arcola Motor Lodge, 40 brick cottages, vintage linen. There's that, and that sold for $8.49. Next is Ocean City, New Jersey, panoramic view of beach and bathers, lifeguard boat. So a lot of New Jersey cards going out. I don't think it's to the same buyer. $9.39 for that card. Alhambra, California, St. Stephen's Serbian Orthodox Cathedral Church, $29.99 for that. I don't think it's a real photo, so but that's a nice sale, $29.99. This is Brant Rock, Massachusetts, beach scene, bathers homes, 1908. Took a best offer of $11.50. And then Disneyland Frontierland Mike Fink Keel Boat Gully Wumper. I guess that's the name, is Gully Wumper. And there is all the information, and that sold for $10.99. Next, this is Montreal, Canada. This is a pharmacy drugstore vintage interior. I talked about one of these in one of the previous videos from weeks ago, how these sell consistently, just maybe a little slower than most. I don't know if that makes sense, but this one sold for $7.99. And the last card, this is Hickory, North Carolina, Lake Hickory Bridge Fisherman's Dream. So there's that, and that sold for $9.99. So yeah, I quit. If you remember, I quit Hip Postcards, so we will stop talking about them. Nothing is going to sell on Hip for quite a while. And of course, when I was on vacation, ran into some eBay issues. I kept checking my messages to make sure people were getting postcards, there weren't any cases open, and I actually got locked out of my account. I'm not sure if this is when eBay was having a glitch with sellers not being able to sell anything, but I logged into my or tried to log into my account, and it said that I had to verify my information, and it wanted to send a text to my home landline telephone, which, a couple problems with that is I was in Hawaii and couldn't get to my landline telephone. My landline telephone does not accept text messages, and my landline telephone was supposedly not connected to my main account. My home line was connected to that airplane postcards. So I called eBay customer service, and I'm trying to get back into Spinach Eater, and the customer service like, Spinach Eater doesn't exist. I said, Popeyes Postcards, I have 27,000 feedback. She said, that account does not exist. And I gave her my cell phone, and she was able to find it, and she said, I can't get into it. I have to verify it through my landline telephone. So I was luckily still logged in on, I took my mini laptop, my iPad, and my iPhone to Hawaii, and one of them was still logged into Spinach-Eater, and I went into the settings, and sure enough, somehow it defaulted to my home telephone number in my account. So I was able to switch that out to my cell phone, and luckily got back into my eBay account. So that was kind of scary, being in Hawaii and not being able to get into your main account and being told that it didn't exist. I also got a negative while I was in Hawaii. This person, I sell for you too, and I am not hiding his user information because he pissed me off, and he shouldn't be on eBay. So I sold this postcard. He received the postcard, and his negative feedback was flimsy product, poor holding power, and overpriced for the product. I had accepted his best offer on this card, and when I saw the negative come through, I contacted him and said, hey, I'm always willing to make this right. And then I looked at the feedback a little closer and sent him another message and said, how does a postcard have poor holding power? And his response back to me was, posted to the wrong sale, disregard. You just don't disregard a negative feedback. So I wrote him back, and I told him that I was like, you just don't disregard a negative feedback. If you left it incorrectly, would you please change it? And I am sending you a feedback revision. Could you please follow through? 4 or 5 days go by, absolutely nothing from this guy. So as I was poking around, I did not know that eBay had changed, and who knows when they did that, but they have the ability to request feedback removal, go to customer service, seller help, request to remove feedback, and this fell under the someone left me improper feedback, and I just wrote that the guy admitted that the negative was incorrectly left, and that to disregard, and they said it could take up to 8 hours, and it actually was removed within just a couple minutes. So I'm back to having no negatives. I did go back through, I think I don't want to talk about HIP anymore. 6-bit software compiles all of your feedback it keeps it somehow for however long, but it shows that in my time I've only ever had 5 neutral feedbacks not be removed and 2 negatives in 24 years that have stuck and eventually had fallen off. So I'm very proud of my feedback, and I'll do everything I can to protect it. And I think that's something you all should too. If you get a bad feedback, fight it, and hopefully it will be removed. Another issue I had when I was gone, I had a case opened for item not received. Remember back when I said this from February 17th? And we're going to click to me saying it.
quick. This one is going to Israel. I've never really had good luck shipping stuff to Israel, so we'll see how that one goes.
Well,
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
he didn't receive it. 2 months later, I didn't know they could open up cases 2 months late. So, yeah, Israel. Block them. Don't sell to Israel. It's not gonna get there. So, yeah, right after I posted that video on, February 17th, I immediately blocked from selling to Israel. I'm just not going to sell to them anymore because nothing gets there. So, yeah, I would avoid selling to Israel. So, okay, let's move on to something a little bit more interesting. I have been approved to sell on Whatnot. You know, I have been teasing auctions for several months now. I have, 500,000 postcards that I want to sell, get rid of them. And I was thinking about doing the YouTube shows, but my worry was I'm a one-man band. How am I going to kind of watch the chat, manage everything? And I wanted just a way to be able to show the cards quickly instead of having to scan them all in. I just wanted to be able to grab a stack of cards, flip through those for you all, and have you bid on them. So I knew about Whatnot a little bit, and I started checking it out after, who was it? Primetime Treasure Hunter. He did a show, a panel about Whatnot, and I was like, oh, that might be a pretty interesting idea to sell the postcards. And his show was on a Wednesday. Thursday, the day before I went on vacation, I applied. Like mid-morning, I did a 1-minute video because they want to see your stock, how much stuff you have available, and I did about a 1-minute video with all the the million postcards, the clips from that half million postcard hoarder house. Did a 1-minute video, submitted it probably about I think I said mid-morning, mid-afternoon, something like that. And I was in the airport the next day, probably heading toward Hawaii, and I got the email that I was approved. So less than 24 hours, I was approved to sell on Whatnot. I had my onboarding session last night, and hopefully they said probably within the next 48 hours of onboarding, I will be 100% approved to sell. I will be selling under the and Whatnot category, under the estate sales and antiques. Still getting some little things figured out how I'm going to actually set it. Got to get a ring light and all that stuff. But I will put the link below. If you're not already on Whatnot, you can sign up through my link or anybody else's link. First time signing up, you can get $10 off your first buy. So I think that's what on my the videos from eBay Reseller Camp, I talked about doing two what are those things, community polls on my YouTube channel. Looks like weekends are the best time for most people, and of course there are 25% of the people don't want to buy my stinking cards. I knew that was actually in the lead there for a while when I first posted it, so I just put that in there for funny. So it looks like weekends are going to be it. Not it, I'm sorry. Weekends have the most votes. But I will be sprinkling, weekday auctions in there too. Tuesdays actually would be one of my better days for me personally. And of course, in the evening hours is when we're going to do these auctions. So sign up for Whatnot. The link again will be down below, or if you're already on there, you want to use someone else's referral link, whatever. But this is where I will be selling my bulk postcard lots. And I did see some comments while I was away. I still checked in on Jackass Retro, because I can't quit you, man. But what I'm going to do, and some of the comments was, well, they're all going to be cherry picked. And, we all have a certain, I think, definition of cherry pick. I mean, are you going to find a real photo of a, hot dog delivery wagon from the 1905s, a real photo? Yeah, probably not. That would be one I would pull out. But I have so much stuff that, I'm just going to pick, say, like 3 boxes, which is, 600 to 700 cards. And I'm just going to pull out a stack. And we're just going to go, actually, this is a really good box, so this may not be it. But, I'm just going to go through a box. I'll have this all turned around, and I'll go through 100 postcards at a time, probably to start. It's going to be, I think, random to start. After I get more used to it, after I get some more buyers in there, we'll try the 200 card lot, the 300 card lot, the 500, the whole box of 500 or 600. I want to get started with it, see how it goes. I have a whole bunch of ephemera I will be getting rid of. I want to be a purist on eBay and do my single card postcards on eBay. I don't want to do lots on eBay. I don't want to sell other ephemera on eBay. If I can't run it through the scanner individually, it's probably going to go on Whatnot. I have a whole bunch of stereo views. I have tintype photos. I have an album of tintype photos. I have albums of die cut cards. I have albums of all sports cards. So it's going to probably be, say, like 90-95% postcards, and then several other non-postcard ephemera items. I got a lot of stuff. I think you all will be pleased with Whatnot. Shipping, what they say about shipping is like the first item, 150 cards is probably going to be priority mail for, I don't know, like $8.50. But if you buy a second lot of 800, like 120 or 150, 200 postcards, extra shipping is only $1. So we'll get that first lot out of the way for you, and then each lot after that is $1. So I think it's going to be good. If, again, if you're not familiar with Whatnot, go to Whatnot and watch some lives. And again, this is where we're going to do it. And I think it's just going to be, because Whatnot takes care of everything on the back end for me, which is, again, what I was looking for that I really couldn't get from doing YouTube auctions. With Whatnot, you'll be able to use your mobile device to watch the show and bid. You can also watch it from your desktop and log in and bid from your desktop. So that's really nice. You don't have to sit there with your phone, or if you want to sit there with your phone, you can do that. But I like the desktop ability. And if you follow me on there, I'll also you'll be able to get a preview. So I'm just going to click on this, guys. I don't know who this is, but you'll see that they have a store showing what they will be selling. They do a little video preview, so I'll be doing something like that. It'll just be boxes of postcards, and it'll be something like 100 postcard lot, 200 postcard lot. Maybe we'll get into stuff. If you all wish, leave me comments below what you want to see. I could do lots of 50 real photo postcards. I could do lots of like 100 Disneyana postcards, 100 Mississippi postcards, whatever. I have so much stuff that I could pretty much accommodate almost anything anybody wants, but it'll be an auction format, so we'll take it from there. And of course, I'll be posting more on Instagram and my Facebook channel. I've actually told my daughter, who is in high school, that I want her to be my social media manager, so we'll see how that goes. I may end up on TikTok too. I have no idea, but I need to get Popeyes postcards out there a little bit more in the public and bring in more people interested in postcards. When I had my onboarding with Whatnot last night and introduced myself and told them what I'd be selling, the Whatnot person said I am probably going to, right now, the only true postcard seller on Whatnot. I'm excited for the platform. I think it could possibly be bigger than Facebook and YouTube, and the way eBay has been with their glitchy stuff. Maybe someday Whatnot will be bigger than eBay, unless eBay buys it and then destroys it. Okay, gave you guys a nice 20-minute video of me. I know you missed that over the last 12 days or so. It's good to be back. Good to be back. Good to be refreshed and recharged. And I will be getting a lot listed over the next several weeks. Oh, just real quick, Whatnot. I think I'm gonna try, as long as my final approval comes through today or tomorrow. I'm going to try like a first test auction this Tuesday night, which would be, or next Tuesday night. I don't even know what day that would be. That would be probably May 3rd is, I think, going to be my first test. And then with the first full-blown one on Saturday the 7th. That's what I'm trying for. So stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned. Okay. Thank you all for watching. I'm a little rusty after 12 days of doing nothing much. Okay. Thank you all for watching.